we go. Wait for people to show up. Maybe no one will show up. That'd be sad. Hello, Dan on Planet Earth. Hello, Christopher Lucas. Hello, TJ Fukunashi. Hello, insert name here. Hello, everybody. Hello, Bart the Gamer Plays. How is everyone doing on this? What is it? Friday? Are we dealing with a Friday here? I think it's a Friday. Oh, swap my wall art? Maybe I think I'm just pointed in a different direction. Yeah, I was unable to do live stream yesterday because of family commitments, but we are back in the bunker. I hope everyone is doing pretty good. I'm doing all right. Hello, Carolina Tony. Hello, Jennifer Lucas. Almost 300,000. Yeah, I'm at 299,000. So within the next couple days, if everything goes according to plan, we should hit 300,000. I remember when I had 300. Columbus, Ohio trip anytime soon? Not. I don't have anything planned for Ohio at this point. Keegan asked if I got my YouTube award. I have my one for 100,000. Bud M says you should come to my haunted trail this year. It's called thing. Yeah, with this Halloween, it may be tricky. It may be tricky finding haunts. Some states may not allow haunts. Some states, all states may not. May end up being a big goose egg on haunts. But when it gets a little closer to time, I mean, I need help. I need help finding haunts. If anyone runs a haunt, knows someone who runs a haunt, and would not mind me filming, as I normally do, send me a message. Let's try to figure this out. We'll see what parts of the country are doing okay when Halloween comes. There's no telling. How things are going to be. Rob G, thank you for the super chat. Says, love your live stream. Hope you, your family, and cats are doing well. Everyone's doing okay. Yeah, I think it's just we got to find a place. I got to find a place where there'll be like a significant number of haunts that'll allow me to film. Kind of have like get a plan going. We'll see. I mean, it's probably too early. To really pin anything down right now. Because right now, I'm trying to have the mentality of thank you, Joe Carvalho, for the super chat. I'm just having the mentality right now. We're gonna have to do one trip at a time. Mothman Fest is canceled. Dragon Con is canceled. So we're getting pretty perilously close to Halloween. Um, Christopher Lucas says I missed a super chat from Stankus. Thank you, Stankus. Yeah, there's just no status update on Halloween because we just don't know. Stuff changes so fast. It's been within the last couple weeks we've had a huge spike across the country. Majority of states going up. I hope Halloween's not canceled. I really do. We'll try to find unique ways of celebrating Halloween if there's no haunts. Well, let me see. Red Nuts Exotics says I should go to the Haunted Schoolhouse Laboratory in Akron. We'll see. We'll see what we can figure out. Make my own. I don't know if I have the resources to make my own. Adventure Jar says Winchester Estate reopened for self-guided tours. That's actually pretty cool. I actually would prefer self-guided tours. Thank you for the super chat. Land of Illusion will be open Middleton, Ohio. Can anyone be sure though right now? Can anyone be sure that anything is going to be open in October? At the deal, Moab, Utah. I don't know what that is. We don't know. We don't know what the status of planet Earth is going to be. I mean, I think you could do haunts. I think everyone would have to wear masks seem the obvious. I don't know. It's a unique idea. I know. There's a few year-round haunts that are in operation. The Mysterious Mansion, run by my friend Tristan, in Gatlinburg, and then there's another one on the streets of Myrtle Beach that won't let me film. They're operating. No word on school yet either. I don't know what they're gonna do for school here. If I could create my own roadside attraction, what would it be? I think I would make them the Museum of Museums. None says, have you tried Haunted Caverns at Ruby Falls? No, they haven't done the Haunted Caverns in a few years. They moved their haunt to like an off-site that's not a cave. So, yeah. Someone asked about the possum. Believe it or not, the possum, I've been putting it on social media. Anyway, I found a little possum in my garbage can. He was completely covered in fly eggs. They hadn't hatched into maggots yet, but they were all embedded in his fur. So I took him to the Catman 2 shelter. It's a shelter normally that focuses on cats, but Caleb, that runs the shelter, also does um, wild animal rescue. Is that the proper term? Wild animal rescue? Wildlife rehab, I think, is the appropriate name. So we called him Panama Red. Thank you for the super chat. Say hi to my wife Monia for me. Hello, Monia. Shelf says it doesn't feel like Pigeon 4 with the masks. I mean, the masks are something different and new everywhere. Drive-through haunts. That's an idea. Was I telling the story about the possum? So took it to Caleb. Hang on, guys. I gotta do something. I apologize for that. But I'm back. There's not technical problems. I had an issue I had to deal with. So took the possum to Catman 2 shelter. Caleb cleaned it up, got all the fly eggs out of his fur, but was still worried because he was dehydrated and he had lost a ton of weight. So he actually got him eating within 24 hours, and within a couple days, he released the possum into the wild. Unfortunately, the possum actually snuck back into one of the cat patios and was sleeping inside the shelter. He snuck in with the cats. And so now the possum, I guess, lives in a little cat apartment outside of the shelter. Let me see. Do we get rid of the spammers? Yeah, possum didn't want to leave a good thing. He didn't want to leave free food, and he looked good. Caleb sent me a picture. Will you ever do car? I do car. Who had mutton chops first, me or Morty? I did. Ben Nickisher says, "Remember me? I was a person you met at Santa's Village. Which Santa's Village?" Lamont Walter was an oval if I will ever do the Eastern State Penitentiary. As a matter of fact, I've already done the Eastern State Penitentiary. You can look up my video. There's a Godzilla museum in Japan. Well, I would probably check it out if I was in Japan. Can of Stewgate? What? Sandwich Village, Illinois. It's been a little while. It's been a little while, Ben, since I was when did I go to Sandwich Village in Illinois? It was almost a year ago. Xena Girl asked about mask. Yeah, I'm kind of torn between two different masks right now. I have I don't wish I had it with me, but I have one that just that fits really well, but the material's not very breathable. And I have another one that's really breathable, but it's actually really thick. It's like got cotton. It's almost got like stuffing in it, like cotton inside of it, so you can breathe through it, but it really warm on your face. Anthony Bomberry, thank you for the super chat. Is Dr. I Am a Quack prescribed any medicine? What is Dr. I Am a Quack? He recommends you go on a big loop, big roller coaster loop to cure your diarrhea or whatever. Thoughts on the Vacation movies? I love the original Vacation movie, and I love Christmas Vacation. Never seen European Vacation, and I didn't think Las Vegas Vacation was very good. I've done the Titanic Museum in Mississippi. I didn't know there was a Titanic Museum in Mississippi. Thoughts on national parks? I like national parks. A lot of times I don't really film a lot of nature because to me nature is something that's really hard to capture in this format, the format that I do. Have I been to Santa Fe, New Mexico? I have. Morty, we do need to hang out. What about the Lampoon Vacation reboot with Ed Helms? It was like playing in the background once, and it didn't seem all that great. I heard the Guinness World Record Museum in Gatlinburg is closed down. Did I used to photograph nature? Not really nature, no. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of uh, of reboots on movies. They just never seem to be all that good, right? I mean, if a movie's good, why do we need why do we need to remake it? Just I heard someone say once that they're always rebooting good movies. Why don't they start rebooting bad movies and try to make them better? PDXer, thank you for the super chat. Says, in honor of my cat Hurley, who passed away yesterday. Oh, I'm sorry. Give your kitty some love and treats. I'm so sorry about your cat. It's very, very hard to lose a pet. I saw something about them rebooting the Wonder Years, but like, why you need to reboot the Wonder Years? The Wonder Years was a great show. Why don't you just make a new good show? I mean, let's be realistic here. When you reboot a show, you're just trying, or a movie, you're just trying to take the goodwill that movie already has and steal it, right? Richie J says Jay and Silent Bob reboot was great. I'm gonna have to disagree with you. I mean, I respect your opinion, but I was watching that and I said to myself that, man, did I think this was funny at some point? Yeah, I don't know about that, Marty. Okay, it was I did like it. I have to give it credit. That was as far as remakes go, that was pretty good. That was one thing though, like the original It, the movie was a TV movie with subpar special effects. So the remake, put a lot more money, and of course we have advancement in technology, and they did a good job. Do I like claymation? I used to love claymation when I was a kid. Like stop motion, like Nightmare Before Christmas. Yes, Melissa, I've seen Killer Clowns. That's a lighthearted Halloween romp. I have seen The Toxic Avenger. That's an interesting movie. Yeah, I watched Gumby. Do I like Goosebumps? You talking about the young adult horror books or the physical sensation of having bumps on your body? Did I have a crush on Winnie Cooper? No, I don't think so. When was that? When did that come out? I don't know if I cared about girls at all back then. Austin Markov says the Halloween remake was bad. I don't like any of the Halloween remakes. So it would have been 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, I don't think I had a crush on Winnie Cooper. Thoughts on The Office, says Movies by Zach. I actually just rewatched the entire series, the entire Office, and it is really good. The Office definitely holds up. It is really funny. One of the best TV comedies of all time. Do I live in an actual bunker? I might as well. Morty, you can't stand The Office? Are you dead inside? Oh, you're dead inside. Well, okay. Well, that checks out. I really like The Office. I even think, a lot of people say it should have ended when Steve Carell left, but it really was good. Like, even the episodes after he left were good. I mean, yeah, Michael Scott was. I mean, it definitely would have been better if Michael Scott could have stayed through the whole series. But it was still, they still did, it was still funny. Shane Madison, how long should I date my girlfriend before I propose? Well, if it feels right, go for it, right? John Harfield wants to know if I'm doing any dark rides soon. Always looking for dark rides. Kevin Will says Office jumped the shark after Jim and Pam got married. Yeah, like I guess it's really hard in any. I remember even like them talking about this in film class. Like it's really hard to like show a couple being together. I mean, because it's just. I mean, what do you go from there? Movies always end. When the couple gets together. Girly Gamer 86, thank you for the super chat. Says Disneyland workers are not happy with how Disney World and Downtown Disney aren't doing a good job with social distancing and crowd control. Yeah, I haven't got a chance to watch anyone's videos from that. Hey Cody, why don't we keep our political opinions to ourselves? Black Lives Matter thoughts? Well, I absolutely feel that Black Lives Matter. Have I ever been stung by a jellyfish? But stung by a man o' war, does that count? Thoughts on the removal of Confederate monuments? That's a complicated one. Um, I mean, I think it's up to the community to decide what monuments they want in their community. So, if the community wants to get rid of Confederate monuments, then by all means, you know, take them down. Thoughts on the coronavirus? Thumbs down. Would not be plagued again. No, you can't change history, and no one should try to no one should try to cover up history or anything like that. And I believe in a warts and all approach to history. Um, but it's up to a community. You know, if a community has monuments if that they do not want, then by all means take them down. Reverse mortgages. I'm not even entirely sure what a reverse mortgage is. Timothy Chambers, you saw me at Frontier City. Oh, you're always welcome to come up and say hi. Ed Lee says, I'm related to Robert E. Lee and nobody has called me racist. Well, that's because being related to anyone doesn't make you a racist. The only thing that makes you a racist is being racist, right? Denise Bolia says, no one is trying to change history, but bad people should be glorified either. I mean, yeah, it's important. I mean, it is important to take a look at who's being honored. If you have a statue, you know, that's in honor of this person or that person, you know, it's okay to take a look and decide if that person embodies the values of your community. And if that person is not embodying the values of your community, then your community has the right to remove it. Epic Oxtra, will there ever be a statue of me? No. Ned Bison says, tell people to wear a mask. I have a voice. I support the mask ordinances. I believe people should wear a mask when social distancing cannot take place. Like if you go into a grocery store or you're outside somewhere where it's crowded, then by all means, I believe a mask should be worn. Am I running a low grade fever? No, I am not infected with anything for now. Xena Girl asks, am I curious why we have a Space Force now? Yeah, I'm not entirely sure on why we have a Space Force. Wait a minute. If you think about it, we started a Space Force right around the same time the government admitted UFOs are real. Are we out there to fight aliens? Lewis, Luis, I believe, Bennett, thank you for the super chat, says, when you can, have you ever thought of visiting the UK? I've definitely thought about it. I definitely want to visit at some point. Definitely consider going to England. I'm trying to, trying to finish the United States first, and then moving on to other countries. Let me see. What did someone say? And advice says tell people to mask up on the Carpetbagger request. I mean, I definitely support wearing a mask. I don't know if people care what I feel about it, but yes, I do think people should wear a mask. Ooh, so much going on. Let's see here. Did you know there's a giant muffler man holding a burger at Pal's restaurant in Kingsport? I did not. Do I feel better after I've been able to travel again? Yeah. Although I try to keep things one trip at a time. Not trying to get ahead of myself because we don't know what's going on. Numbers of the virus, they're going up. So, we don't know. We don't know how what's my favorite carnival food? Maybe deep fried Oreos. I've been to Halloween Horror Nights. I don't know if there will be a Halloween Horror Nights this year. Denise Boldia says, didn't Kings Island shut down a few years back? No, Kings Island's still open. I visited there, I want to say last year. Never played Animal Crossing. I have been to Cedar Point. Is North Carolina nice? North Carolina's pretty nice. Zach is being a racist. Kick him, please. I did not see racist remarks, but I will keep an eye out. If I see someone making racist remarks, they will be blocked because this isn't a place for racism here. Zach Cool Magnet says, I'm not a racist, sir. I didn't see what you said, but please don't say racist stuff. If I brush to the Precious Moments Museum, I have. Someone said there should be drive-through haunts, which sounds fun, but I would worry about haunt actors getting run over. Xena Girls, Atlanta Comic Con is still happening, but they did cancel Dragon Con. Is I think, yeah, for sure. That's what hayrides are for. Yeah, you gotta have someone in control of the ride. That's can't let people be in control of their own hayride. Let's just put that. Haunted hayrides, but is that much better? I mean, because you're crowded in the back of a hayride with other people. I don't know. Get COVID in the hay. I don't know. Silver Horse. Yes, I've been to Busch Gardens in Tampa. What do I make of the Splash Mountain rebrand? I'm bummed. I love Splash Mountain. I love the Brer Rabbit theme, and I wish it wasn't going away. But I feel like if you were to come up with a new theme for Splash Mountain, I think Princess and the Frog would probably be the perfect new theme. I would love to see, you know, why do you need her? I'd love to see the original Splash Mountain stay and then make a new Princess and the Frog dark ride. I'm sure it would make a great dark ride. I've not really been watching wrestling at all. I've really kind of fallen out of watching wrestling since they quit having audiences. Well, someone said they'd be happy as long as they don't change pirates and or Haunted Mansion. They change pirates all the time. They've changed it slowly over the past, like, what, 50 years. It's been slowly made less and less controversial. Zach Coolman, I don't know if the Death Museum in Hollywood. You're talking about Scott Michaels' Death Museum? I don't know. Do I believe in conspiracy theories? No. I mean, I believe in stuff that has a lot of evidence backing it up. I mean, there's such thing as real conspiracies. Just not everything is a conspiracy. Someone, yeah, I am wearing a Haunted Mansion shirt. I'm not really sure how people could tell that, but Utsman says, thanks for getting me through a bout of COVID in Jacksonville, Florida. Binge my ass off enjoying your earlier vlogs. We're all getting it if things don't change around here fast. Well, I hope you're feeling better, for one. Ellie Binder says, what about Mandela Effect? Mandela Effect is definitely really interesting. I mean, there's been a few that have, like, really got me. I mean, it could definitely get to the point where literally everyone gets COVID. I mean, this is a statistic blew me away. They said that the COVID rate in Miami, that 33% of people in Miami have COVID. That is freaking crazy. That is a third of the population. What do you even do? What do you even do? what someone asked. Let's see here. Which would you rather prove and exist, aliens or ghosts? I've always been a little more interested in aliens. Growing up, I was fascinated with paranormal stuff, but always more interested in like cryptids and aliens than ghosts. For whatever reason, it just seemed to me more likely that like cryptids or aliens were real. Um, because I don't know, just because they're like physical, because there's no magic involved. How has COVID affected my travel? It has affected it massively. I had to cancel. I think when COVID initially hit, I canceled 3 road trips that I'd already planned. Um, and then I've just slowly been able to kind of piece things back together. So it has just thrown my life for a loop. It has thrown everyone's life for a loop. And some people, it has thrown their lives for a couple of loops. Matthew Detour says, how's mask wearing been amongst hotel staff? Really good from what I've seen. People at front desk of the hotel. I know usually they'll maybe like sitting in the back area with no mask on, but they'll put the mask on before they come up and talk to you, which is, I mean, that's, I think that is perfectly fine. I don't see why they need to like be wearing a mask while they're sitting there by themselves, but when they're talking to you, they wear a mask. Do I think water parks are safe? I mean, my understanding is that water parks are just as safe as um, any other theme park. J Law says my life hasn't changed. I've been delivering for Amazon, so I've been out in this mess for months. Yeah, some people. I mean, some people's lives. That's we really need to thank the people that were out there working during all this. People that were out of work, they got assistance through unemployment assistance, but they I think they also should have given assistance to the people that continue to work. I think they should have been given hazard pay. Thoughts on the John Bonet case? That's a real head scratcher. Um, I don't know. I don't know which theory I believe in that one. A lot of the evidence doesn't make sense. What one thing you do know about the John Bonet case is that it was one of the most poorly handled murder investigations of all time. Yes, and a girl. I'm familiar with the Atlanta child murders. I think they got the wrong guy on that. I think Wayne Williams very well may be a serial killer, but I don't think he killed all those kids. Who really killed JFK? Oh, I actually believe the theory that he was shot on accident by one of the Secret Service agents trying to return fire. I don't think it was the driver. No, it was. Oh, there was a. I forget his name, but essentially, Oswald fired. Oswald fired onto the cars. A Secret Service agent took their gun. The limo stopped suddenly, pushing the Secret Service agent back into his seat, causing him to discharge his gun, shoot the president in the head. KDR, did I ever get to see the other funeral mummies in West Virginia? No, I did not. And I don't know, their website doesn't have a lot of information on when they're open, and they're almost certainly probably not open during COVID, I don't think. Yes, I do listen to the last podcast on the left. Are Ouija boards real? I mean, they're real in the fact that they exist. Am I into IMAX? Not particularly. KDR, I have been to Zach and Addie's apartment. I wanted to visit Carol Baskin's Zoo, but apparently she's closed it to the public. Crimson Alchemist, no, I've been able to check out the Teddy Bear Museum because museums are not allowed to open in North Carolina. Human remains found at the Tiger King Zoo? I had not heard that. Scott and Lacey Peterson case, new details? No, I hadn't heard there was any new details. What are my plans if we go back down again? I don't think we're going to be shut down again because I don't see how it could get. I mean, if we haven't shut down already, I don't think we're going to see a national shutdown again. I just don't think it's going to happen. I could be wrong, but I don't see it happening. Carol Baskin. The Prairie Museum in Nebraska. I've not been there. Amanda Scanlon. Thank you for the super chat. Do you have a favorite place I visited? I actually did a video about my top 10 favorite roadside attractions, and I put House on the Rock as my favorite. We'll ever do the House of Leatherface in Texas. I've not been to the house. I've been to the gas station, um, the chainsaw store from the sequel, and then the gas station from the remake. Well, thank you, Zena Girl. Thank you for the very generous super chat. Thank you for being so consistent with your videos to these crazy times. A great distraction. I was what I wanted to do. Um, See, I had a lot of videos stocked up, and actually, when I heard about like stuff possibly closing down, I like kind of went out and filmed a bunch of videos, and I really wanted to avoid even talking about the coronavirus. I wanted my videos to be an escape from that. I think it's gotten to the point now where I can't really ignore it. It's become such an ingrained part in our lives and what we do that you can't really vlog and not talk about the coronavirus. Tyler Jackson, yes, Barbie Beach. I do remember going to Barbie Beach. Tracy Payton, I don't have any plans to go to Ohio, but I did find those old Kings Island photos in a family album. Yeah, I posted on Instagram some old family amusement park photos. Gia says, "Here's a steak for the super chat." Says, "Hey, Carpetbagger, I've always wanted to visit Harry Potter World. Would you suggest any attractions to visit first? And is butterbeer good?" Yeah, Harry Potter World, amazing. I'm not even the biggest Harry Potter fan. I mean, I've seen all the movies, but I'm not like a obsessed fan or anything. But I really, really enjoyed it. I really thought it was so well done. So that's for sure. The half-pound roast beef at Arby's. I usually when I go to Arby's, I eat either the Reuben or the Euro. Tyler Jacobson, how was Frontier City when you went recently? Was it really busy? No, it was relatively slow. And none of the amusement parks that I've visited during this have been really busy. Been told to block someone named SS. I don't know what you're saying. I missed any nasty comments. But please, if you are making nasty comments, please cease making them. Verify the weasel sighting at Kings Island? What? Charles Wiltshire, do I like sardines? I haven't had sardines in a long time, but I used to eat sardines out of the can sometimes. Parker Sykes says there is a smaller museum called the Zooseum in Kearney. The Zooseum, that's interesting. What do I think of Randonautica? I don't know what that is. Am I going to Walt Disney World this year? Probably not, because my understanding is they are not tickets are not they're not selling tickets right now. They're just honoring if you have a season pass or if you already have tickets. I don't think you can buy new tickets. What is my favorite horror movie? Probably the original Halloween, maybe. No, I know that Disney is open, but I don't. They're not selling new tickets. I think you have to be either a season pass holder or you have to already have purchased tickets. I don't think they're selling any new tickets yet. Eric Thatcher says Halloween Horror Nights is going to happen with limited capacity. Okay, I'm not going to scroll back to see what people said right now because it's just going to take too much. But if I do see something out of line, I will block somebody. Adventure Nursing Walt Disney World ticket sales reopened yesterday. Are you sure about that? Did I abandon my New Year's resolution? I don't remember making a New Year's resolution. As far as I know. Yes, Adam went to Disney, but he has a season pass. Registrar, you were able to buy some. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of uncomfortable. I don't know if I'm comfortable going to Florida right now. We'll see. Maybe what the future holds. Brenda Paulson, thank you for the super chats. If you could create your own roadside attraction, what would you have in it? I don't know. Maybe have like a museum of roadside attractions. Because there's no like museum that is a museum of roadside attractions. Andrew Sweeney, thank you for the super chat. Says any stories from your CPS days? I got to be careful about that because, I can't tell stories that would give away, like, if you want to talk about it, talk about it in general terms because, it's private. People have, people have a right to confidentiality, to privacy. So I don't want to, like, if someone was watching and I was talking about their story, that would be inappropriate. Dan Miller, thank you for the super chats. I never said wrong. Love your content. It helps with my PTSD. How's my time in Oklahoma? I had a great time in Oklahoma. Now Oklahoma is half native land. I saw that in the news. I'm not sure what that means. Have they given more? Have they designated more as reservation? Meg, after school's as good as south of the border, South Carolina, do a video there. I've done a couple videos there. Yeah, guys, let's quit arguing about like stuff in the chat. Like, let's just not worry about stuff. Come on. Dan Miller, thank you for the super chat. We're not. No one's getting banned. Let's just quit talking about finger pointing. If I see something objectionable, I'll get rid of it. If I'm doing, I'll doing my best job to keep the chat in order. SG, thank you for the super chat. Says, if Illinois gets back together, would you vlog Woodstock? What's in Woodstock, Illinois? I don't even know. Bryce, please stop talking about Dan. We're not going to do that anymore. Wade does. You should go to visit Kings Island and retake the photos as an adult from the youth picture. That's actually a good idea. See if any of those rides are still there. SS says, Jacob, is there a haunted house where they put bad smells in the air to make the effects more scary? Yes. Lots of haunted houses do that. Okay, people are saying that most of the old school Kings Island kids rides are gone. Good night, Zena Girl. Thank you for stopping by. What's behind my head? There's a lot of stuff behind my head. Voice of Reason. Thanks for the super chat. When am I going back to Gatlinburg? I don't know. I'll, it's really close. Sometimes I could just run back there if I have an extra day. Have I been to a 4D theater? Yeah, I've been to 4D theaters. There's a theater in Gatlinburg that claims to be a 7D theater. That's a lot of D's. Yes, I've been to Jungle Gyms in Ohio. Do I get easily scared on dark rides? I get startled easily. Let's just say that. What about the mermaid show in Tennessee? Is there a mermaid show in Tennessee? Are you talking about the Gatlinburg mermaid show? I know that is. That's canceled due to COVID right now. Sebastian, that's about the Queen Mary Scary Festival. No, it's canceled. Canceled. That's canceled. It's called Dark Harbor, and it's canceled. Chardal Gupta asked about water parks. I don't really like water parks. HNX Media, yes, Mothman is canceled this year. Do I believe cars can be possessed? Maybe. I don't know. Code 3 Man Shuffle Bottoms says, fun fact about the shooter ride at Frontier City. It used to be a pirate ride. Worked at Frontier City before Six Flags owned it. It was a terrible place before they bought it. Larry Houdini says, is Walt Disney World the best of all theme parks? I don't know. I don't like to... I mean, it's definitely up there. But, you know, I like to use different criteria to judge theme parks. Sometimes it's really cool to go to an old theme park, you know, get that classic feel. I may sneeze here. I apologize. Check out the Random Nautica app for fun. I don't know what it is. Did I watch WCW back in the day? I sure did. Someone said a COVID sneeze. I worked in restaurants. That's how you're taught to sneeze in restaurants. You do it because you get germs on your hand, and then touchy. Great debate, Grover, Elmo. Grover is of my generation. Jeff Smitherman says, when you go to Action Park, it was still open. I think technically, I don't. It's still open. I think. Dan Miller, thank you for the super chat. It says, thank you so much for what you do. Have a good night. Well, you have a good night as well. Disney or Universal? I prefer Disney. Do I like pineapples? They're all right. Owen Hemsworth says, am I looking for a vehicle that I can sleep in for traveling? Not officially. I've definitely considered the idea. I wouldn't want a full-size RV. That's too much. Takes too much gas. Maybe like a van that had something I could sleep in would be nice. Yeah, I thought about getting a hearse. I think that'd be a great, it'd be perfect. Perfect sleeping area. Yeah, RVs are a lot of work. I just don't think it would be worth it. My favorite road trip snack? Almonds. Maybe cheese curds. Thoughts on falling asleep? Falling asleep is a nice thing. What do I do for fun when I'm not traveling? Nothing. I don't really have any hobbies or interests outside of what I do. I have been to Niagara Falls. Love Niagara Falls. Maybe someday we'll be allowed back into Canada. Tracy Payton. Yes, I've done the cat cafes. Cat cafes are pretty fun. You get to hang out and pet cats. Have been to North Dakota. Is there anywhere I haven't been where I want to visit? I want, one of the first things I want to do is try to visit all 50 states. Is the screen frozen? No, I'm just not doing. I'm not moving. So I'm reading comments. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. Thank you for everyone who's given super chats and everyone who watches these videos. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And until next time, this one's in the bag.